Welcome to another video by Pharos Technology. Today we want to talk about using the tab control. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a form called frmCustomers already established that has a tab control in it. Now generally what you want to do with a tab control is to make the interface more streamlined for your customer. You see that we have in this one contact information on one tab. Then we have the communication information, the phone numbers, emails, etc., their website. And then we have the customer information, the credit status, last sales date, the credit limit, the current balance of their credit, how much is available. Now you see a variety of different text boxes here. You see a drop-down box and you see various text boxes. You also see a new and delete button that's down in the footer that allows us to delete, for example, customer 1 or add new customers just on the fly. We have a quick search up above if the user wants to then search for a particular customer. So let's look under the hood a little bit, okay? First thing we want to do is to understand that when we first open the property sheet here, it's pointed to the form. If we want to point to the tab control, we have to click in some of the white space opposite the tabs. And you see how the line is up above the tabs there and it goes down and around and encapsulates the whole tab control. So once we have that, it says tab control up in the selection type to let us know that we're actually pointed to that information. Now, if we click on an individual tab, you'll see the selection type changes to page. And with page, then we can change the properties of a particular tab. So now, with the tab control set up, we have a thing called multi-row. That allows us to select whether we want all the tabs to be in one line, or we can allow those tabs to be spread to a couple different lines. So let me go ahead and demonstrate what I mean by that. I'm going to go ahead and add a few tabs here, and you'll see as we continue adding tabs that eventually we get to the point where we've added enough of them that we get a control on the right-hand side to scroll to the right or to the left in each of the tabs. And by changing then the multi-row tab control, we can then tell it yes or no. Now, we're not seeing the one tab on the left-hand side. We're seeing page 81 on the far right side, okay? Now, if we say yes to that, notice we see the tabs floating and doing each on two different rows. Now, by doing that, it can simplify things if we have more tabs than what will fit horizontally in the space that we've given for those tabs. Now, understand multi-row, if you leave it to no and you don't have enough that goes too wide, you won't get either control, and no means just the same as saying yes. The next thing is the fixed width. Now, generally we leave those at 0 because 0 means it'll conform to the width of the particular text in the tab. If we leave it at 0, it'll just adjust itself based on the text that we give in each of the tabs. The next thing is we've got the ability to show it in tabs or in buttons. Now, I happen to like the buttons. They actually make it seem a little bit more visible, easy to say. Now, in addition to tabs, you've got none down there. Now, I don't know why you'd ever put in a tab control and not use it, because basically when you select none, you can't change from contact information to communication or to customer information. So we'll go ahead and leave it at buttons for the moment, okay? Now let's click on the actual tab. Notice the caption field here. The caption property allows us to change what the tab says on it. Now I'm going to go ahead and add to that, and you'll see how dynamic leaving the tab width at 0 allows us to do those. So I'm going to add the word company and tab out of it. And by doing that, you notice the other tabs slide over and give more room for the information on that one tab. The page index allows the order to be changed for the different tabs. And there it displays all of the basic text information that we need and all the editable fields. Now, the customer ID is not editable, so it doesn't have a white background. The tab controls are very complex, and it makes it very, very nice to be able to put a variety of information on the screen. They're not that hard to set up, as you just saw. And so if you found some value in the things that we discussed here, hit that like button. Let's get this video out to other people if you found it valuable. And we really appreciate all the subscribers that we're currently getting. The channel is growing, and hopefully you'll decide to subscribe and come back to see us again soon. Thanks.